are joined in studio Andy Green of the United Way. Andy, how's it going?
It's going really well, really well.
So I understand the kickoff to the campaign has already taken place.
Yeah, we've started our campaign. It's going to get going in more earnest in the coming weeks, but we're hoping to raise $350,000, for our community.
So how does that compare to what you were hoping to raise in the last campaign?
Yeah, so last year we had set a goal of half a million. Since COVID, we've been right around that 300,000 range. So we decided this year to make the goal a little closer to what, so that we can still push ourselves to hit that, and then start to grow that year over year. Instead of having a very high goal that we come in, about 60% of, we want to kind of increment it over the next couple of years.
Make it a little more realistic.
Yeah.
And you still do a great job of helping the agencies that you work with.
Yeah. We have 20 agencies that we're working with, and we had our review process where all the agencies have recently found out how much they'll be receiving going into this next year, and it's just great partnerships all around.
Well, that is good to hear. So the United Way campaign is underway, and what can people expect to get? I mean, I know there's various branches that you have of the campaign.
Yeah, so over the coming weeks, and especially throughout September, we'll be dropping off packets, and if people have workplace campaigns, we can come out with presenters or speakers and really help motivate the people in our community to hopefully give to the United Way. If you were to say give $20 a month, which is $1 for every agency, I think that's $240. Mm-hmm. 15 is $180, and not only some workplaces do payroll deduction, but if you're not able to do payroll deduction, we can set you up through a credit card payment, and it would be like a payroll deduction where you kind of set it and forget it, and we can do 12 payments over a year. So say $15 a month, that's $180 over a year, and it makes it a little more manageable.
And it makes a big difference for a lot of these people, no doubt about that.
It's a huge difference because we keep our overhead very, very low, so we want to make sure everything that we're raising goes right back out in the community.
You, of course, are the United Way director, but is there a campaign director, Andy?
Yeah, there is, and his name is Ethan Berg, and he's with Lyondell. And he's doing a fantastic job getting the campaign started for this year.
I know Lyondell's done a tremendous job, and I think that's where you're going to have the pork some pork.
We have pork some pork at Clysar.
Okay.
Lyondell does do the cooking of the pork for
us. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Lyondell is a fantastic partner in our community, and they're very supportive of the United Way.
Yeah, it seems like the manufacturing division does very well.
Yeah, and a lot of them have workplace campaigns where they do payroll deduction, and so it's kind of like a set it and forget it kind of thing. Last night Julie Dunn was talking to me about fair share, where if you say like 1 hour of work during like a pay period, giving that back to the United Way, where it's something that you kind of don't think of. If you just say, well, I'm going to get my fair share. And then at the end of the year, she goes, when you calculate how much you gave back, you're like, whoa, I didn't realize I was giving that much. But it would be one of those things where you don't, it's something that you're not really, I would say, missing, during the year. And then you're giving back substantially to your community.
I would say so. Yeah, that would be quite a substantial donation. So again, we're talking with Andy from the United Way, but back to school, and I know you're heavily involved with that.
So back to school for Iowa is next Wednesday, the 23rd. I know people probably have that on their calendars. So all summer we've been collecting school supplies, and with the goal to be able to provide every student in Clinton County, every elementary student in Clinton County with their school supplies, and we are very, very close. So right now, we have a couple more days because we're going to start putting stuff into the schools Monday and Tuesday, so we really want to have all of our supplies by Friday, Sunday at the very latest. We're still looking for pencils, spiral notebooks, dry erase markers, adult-sized scissors, dry erase erasers, and loose leaf paper, and then Kleenex boxes or tissues.
Now, are there donation sites around the area?
Yes, and we have started to grab some of those because they've been full, but we're looking, we have the Discovery Center, 392, Rusty Barrel, the YWCA, the library, Rivals, Sawmill Museum, and then we'll collect stuff right at the United Way. And with it being so close to school starting, you can definitely call our office or email me, and I will come out and grab them from you. We want to make sure that we have a crew coming in to sort stuff this afternoon. We're doing another sort Friday afternoon, and then Monday and Tuesday, we're putting stuff out in the schools. So even if you're like, hey, I can help, we want to put stuff right in the desks, if they have desks. And so, especially right in the classrooms, right? So Monday and Tuesday, if you're like, hey, I can help deliver stuff to schools or sort out, feel free to reach out, and we'll get you on our list.
Now, is this just Clinton, or is this Clinton County?
Clinton County. So it's we're a little different with DeWitt this year, just because with it being a first year thing, and they have some stuff they have to do. So, but we're looking at right now. There's 12 elementary schools in Clinton. So right now we're looking at 10, and it's like 25,000 kids
really?
That will be getting stuff out to. And we know that some parents have already bought their supplies, and we know that's going to happen, but we will make sure that all of our classrooms get the supplies they need.
That is a great effort, and you've done a tremendous job with that. And I would imagine some parents and certainly children are going to appreciate it when they come to school and see that in front of them.
Oh, and we've really heard a lot over the last week where people are trying to figure out where they call our office and say, hey, can we just come to your office and get the supplies? It's like, no, we put them right in the desks. And I like that it puts everybody on a level playing field. It starts everybody off for the school year. But really what's been awesome to see is our community really coming together. We've had not only have we had a lot of product donations with the supplies, but we've also had a lot of monetary donations where we're able to go out and get supplies or buy stuff at bulk. And it's just been really awesome to see our community coming together.
I would say so. Now, you're also involved with nonprofit, and you've got a seminar coming up. Tell us about what's taking place.
Connect Clinton County, which is, our goal is all the nonprofits in the county working together. Our next nonprofit summit is going to be the 20th of September. I am pretty sure that's a Wednesday.
Yeah, that'll be the next time you're in.
Oh, yeah. So I might not be on that day. But we will be at the Emergency Management Center here in Clinton looking at what nonprofits can do if there's like an emergency. So not only, hey, let's say a tornado wipes out half the town, what is your nonprofit's, how are you going to make sure that your nonprofit is safe from that disaster, but also what happens if there's a disaster? How can we help out the community? What's everybody's role in that in that happening?
So that's September 20th.
September 20th.
What time does that start?
8:15 to 11:45.
We'll have you in on the 27th then.
Perfect.
And then that way you can fill us in on how everything went. Get a little bit more of an update. So
yeah.
Put that on your calendar. I'll write it on our calendar. I'll put it on our calendar up here. We'll have you in on the 4th Wednesday rather than the 3rd when we get into the month
and that'll be great because
September.
we'll be not only have the summit the week before, but then also we'll be deep in the heart of our campaign by that point.
Great.
So,
Very good. Appreciate you coming in. Now, if people want to find out more about the United Way, how can they best do that?
Yeah, so we have our website, clintonunitedway.org, and you can email me, director@clintonunitedway.org. You can call our office, 563-242-1209. And really, if you want to volunteer with school supplies, give us school supplies, 563-242-1209, and we'll come out and get them from you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a bird! It's a plane!
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick. Yeah! And the reaction is interesting. The reaction is interesting when it comes to, usually we're rooting for our team, our country. And even if you don't like the sport, it felt like there were people who were openly rooting